Let's go back in time, to a time as a Kingdom Hearts fan where you owned a bunch of consoles if you could afford it, just so you could play all the Kingdom Hearts games that released. To a time where a final mix release for a game wasn't guaranteed to release in your country. To a time where you were probably hoping and waiting for the day Kingdom Hearts 3 would eventually be announced, if it existed. Those were very different times that I definitely look on nowadays with quite a bit of nostalgia. I mean, they are just memories now, but you had to own so many different consoles just to play the Kingdom Hearts franchise. A PS2, Game Boy Advance, DS, PSP, a 3DS. You were probably lucky if you managed to own all of those things to play these games as they were coming out. A lot of people would have to keep up through Let's Plays or walkthroughs on YouTube at the time, since those were popular during that age, or just not be able to keep up at all. It wasn't common knowledge as young Kingdom Hearts fans where things took place in the timeline or some recommended order to follow the games in. If you were a fan of the Kingdom Hearts series in the 2000s or early 2010s, enough so to play anything with just the name Kingdom Hearts package to it, then you likely just played what you were able to play, no matter where it was in the series. Whether it was Birth by Sleep, Recoded, Kingdom Hearts 1, Chain of Memories, you just played whichever was most convenient. Which, things being convenient, I wouldn't say existed as a Kingdom Hearts fan back then. Odds are you were likely missing out on something, whether it was a whole game, exclusive content, or story. Between Final Mix releases being exclusive to Japan and hundreds of dollars worth of consoles just to keep up, comparing it to today, there's literally no excuse to not try Kingdom Hearts if you have an interest. I mean, these games go on sale for like dirt cheap now, and they're all just about on every piece of modern gaming hardware. It's crazy. Kingdom Hearts has so many games now, and you can buy like 10 of them for the price of one game. Actually, not even half the price of one game. In fact, sometimes even less when there's a sale. It's both funny and sad to say that the rhythm game costs more than most of the franchise on PS4. Still, having every game in like one place essentially is just wild to see nowadays. Kingdom Hearts went from a game that kind of struggled with accessibility for a long time to now probably being one of the most accessible game franchises considering how many games it has. Back then, aside from Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, there hadn't been a Kingdom Hearts game on a home console basically since Kingdom Hearts 2. People were hoping so badly for Kingdom Hearts 3 at this point that people preemptively bought a PS3 in anticipation for KH3 to be on it. No announcement, no teasers really at this point, just a hope. We saw how that turned out. But there was something Kingdom Hearts fans would be grateful to have a PS3 for. On the horizon, there was a Kingdom Hearts Tower releasing that I widely believe will be the start of what shaped the Kingdom Hearts community we have today. In Japan, there was announced a game called Kingdom Hearts 1.5 HD Remix. I remember casually being at a friend's house and stumbling upon this on YouTube. This game, outside of Kingdom Hearts 3, was exactly what I wanted. The games I grew up loving, remastered on a modern console. This remix would come towards the end of an era where a lot of PS2 classics were getting collections. Jak and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank, Sly Cooper, and Kingdom Hearts was now one of them, finally getting that HD treatment. Not only was Kingdom Hearts finally getting a remaster, but we would also get Kingdom Hearts 1 Final Mix with it, giving us content like new abilities, keyblades, and bosses we've never got to experience if you were outside Japan. This package would come along with Chain of Memories, which a lot of people had not played, and an HD movie of 358 by 2 days. The main focus though, the selling point of this collection, was of course Kingdom Hearts 1. The flagship game, one of the all-time top-selling games on the PS2, returning in HD glory. I wasn't just nostalgic, I was drowning in nostalgia. I had replayed Kingdom Hearts 1 a few times at this point, but it had been a while since I got to re-experience the game on a PS2 in my house. My PS2 around this time had been gone for a few years, and the only way I was replaying Kingdom Hearts 1 on PS3 was not at all, because my console was not backwards compatible, and my parents were definitely not being convinced to buy me a older version of the PS3, to put it lightly. This collection coming to the US was my only chance to relive one of my favorite games ever, so I had to play it. I would replay that Japanese 1.5 trailer over and over again on YouTube, just reminding myself of how much I loved Kingdom Hearts growing up, and still did love it now. I mean, I did have a PSP, I would play Birth by Sleep, I had Dream Drop Distance, I had Kingdom Hearts games to play on handheld consoles, but Kingdom Hearts 1 was where it all started for me personally. It was the game. I was hoping so badly that this game would be announced to release in the US. When it finally did, I was beyond happy. The US version of the game wouldn't release until around September of 2013, but I was just so happy to finally be able to re-experience Kingdom Hearts 1, and the final mix version at that, a version of the game I'd only seen through 240p videos on YouTube, watching people fight unknown in quality so bad I could count the pixels on screen, but now I would be able to play it myself. Today is March 14th. It has been 10 years since Kingdom Hearts 1.5 first released for Japan. Though still, it's been 10 years, that's crazy. This game is when a lot of the internet Kingdom Hearts fandom just blew up. Thousands of people were suddenly reminded of a game that they had once cherished and loved, and on top of that, just the very existence of this collection implied that Kingdom Hearts 2 would get one as well, and Birth by Sleep, which added even more Final Mix content than Kingdom Hearts 1 did. A simple remaster would generate so much hype and excitement for a franchise. You could say this was a omen for Kingdom Hearts 3, that game was truly coming, and it kind of did. Kingdom Hearts 3 was announced not too long after the game released in Japan, at E3 that very same year in fact. Which, by the way, means KH3 at that E3 in 2013 will have been 10 years old in June. Wow, time sure does fly by. Dream Drop Distance had just released and pretty blatantly teased Kingdom Hearts 3 in its credits, but bringing the games of old to modern consoles awakened something different in a lot of fans. Kingdom Hearts 1 was a favorite game of many people, so this game being brought back would kickstart a lot of what the hype train in Kingdom Hearts 3 would end up being. When Kingdom Hearts 1.5 HD Remix released in Japan, I was watching so many playthroughs of it on YouTube from people who had imported copies or just people who were playing the game. I wanted to see what Kingdom Hearts will look like on the PS3, and it just made me want to play it even more. Eventually, Kingdom Hearts 3 would be announced that same year, along with making everyone aware of Kingdom Hearts 1.5. Square Enix was making these collections to prepare both old and new fans for the game a lot of people had been waiting for. Starting a journey I know that I will never forget. It's the journey that will turn me from a kid addicted to Minecraft into a kid re-obsessed with Kingdom Hearts. A journey that will take me back to what I loved about games growing up, and the magic I felt when I would go into a new world and be locked in and immersed. I'll never forget that summer. Kingdom Hearts 3 was announced, 1.5 had been out in Japan for a few months, and now finally, it was time for the game to release in the US and other countries. Other parts of the world would get to experience one of their favorite games remastered. As for me, I don't quite know what that moment was like, because about 2 months before the game would come out, my PS3 broke.
Now she's a daydreamer, she's always thinking about him. No more room in this picture for you to fit in. Now she's crying on the phone, telling you she's not good enough for him. When you think that she is